Hold up. No, wait. Don't touch me, man. You just said, hold on, you just said, yeah, over to Adin. Ain't now one of y'all black.
I was excited.
And now you want to hug.
You got a real sensitive black man there, bro.
No, it's not. Ben's great.
He said he got real sensitive, bro, about the N-word.
He didn't actually say the N-word.
No, but he got real sensitive, bro.
I hate myself, and I feel like less of a man after being here.
So last night was Adin Ross's brain wrist boxing / MMA event, and of course there was nothing but Chud the Builder energy in the building, coming from none other than UFC Fighter Sean Strickland. Apparently everybody wants to be like Chud. Chud is the Michael Jordan of free speech. I wanna be like Chud. That's basically where we're going here, gang. So Sean Strickland, who is definitely well known for saying racist things in the past, of course had to say some racist things in the present, right? So he was actually co-hosting with Adin Ross and a panel of people for about 2 fights, because this panel would often switch around to different streamers and celebrities. During Sean Strickland's time at the announce table, he would say some very troubling things after streamer BendaDon went and defended himself. So if you do not watch Brain Risk, BendaDon is the person who conducts post-match interviews before the match, interviews with stars in the crowd. That's just what he does. He's pretty much the host for the entire event. Anywho, there was a MMA fight between 2 white streamers, alright, who were heavy set, and one of them won. And apparently one of them shouted the N-word at Adin Ross from the ringside. So he's shouting at Adin Ross over at the announce table. He says the N-word. And then the white dude tries to reach in to hug BendaDon when BendaDon defends himself and is like, hold on, champ. You just said the N-word to Adin Ross from the ring. Do not try and give me a hug. And it's crazy that BendaDon actually said this, because he was pretty much bug dancing all night long, champ. He was tap dancing up a storm, doing very mook things out of the ordinary for him, because apparently he's not that way, or at least we think he isn't. But nonetheless, he was doing a lot of shucking and a lot of jiving, and when it came down to that white guy saying the N-word, he actually stood on business. Now, someone who took issue with BendaDon standing up for black people, or just being respectful of himself for once, was your boy Sean Strickland. Yeah, he took major issue to what BendaDon did. Apparently it rubbed him the wrong way. As a matter of fact, let's take a full look at exactly what transpired, shall we?
Can I ask you a question? Do you think that women UFC fighters are still fun to watch in today's UFC day?
I mean, it's just like all women's sports are just kind of like, they exist, you're there, we put up with them, but nobody wants to see him.
Right.
He's crying. He's crying.
He's so
crying.
emotional
He's
about
crying,
it.
yeah.
Wait, we have a halftime performance after this. I just realized.
No, have you met Pucho?
No.
29 seconds of the first round by submission.
When Armand fought Giorgio?
Yes.
And he punched him in the face
Yes.
the first time?
That was him?
So remember when Pucho
When he came
stormed
in?
the stage and he double-legged him? That's Pucho. Yeah, that's him.
Hold up. No, wait. Don't touch me, man. You just said, hold on, you just said, yeah, over to Adin. Ain't now one of y'all black.
I was excited.
And now you want to hug.
Thank you. We have a halftime performance, guys. I'm going to surprise people with a halftime performance. We can just hang out for a little bit if you want to get some water. I do want you to commentate at least one more fight, Sean, please.
I'll commentate one fight.
All right, we got...
But you got a real sensitive black man there, bro.
No, it's not. Ben's great.
He said he got real sensitive, bro, about the N-word.
He didn't actually say the N-word.
No, but he got real sensitive, bro. Like, what the bro?
But he didn't actually say it.
This man's out here talking about his grandmother, then he shames him for not even being racist.
Wait. Oh, I see what you're saying. But
Yeah,
no,
it's real bad, bro. Real
but
bad,
he didn't.
dude.
So yeah, Sean Strickland got a problem with a black person defending themselves when someone says something racist or something offensive towards the race of black folks. Apparently Sean Strickland has a huge issue with this, and I would say it ended here, but really it didn't. Sean Strickland also said that he was very uncomfortable with the event and that he had to leave the event right away and all this other nonsense. I'm starting to think the reason that he actually left is because he was still upset at BendaDon for defending himself. He was mad at a black person on a public platform defended themselves and trying to make the N-word look wrong coming out of another person of another race's mouth. Take a look at this Sean Strickland clip and let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you smash that like button as well. Let's take a look.
I've never been a part of anything so shameful in my life, and I hate myself, and I feel like less of a man after being here. Oh God, why'd I agree to this?
So yeah, Sean Strickland is pretty much carrying on. He's acting like the event was terrible. I think that BendaDon honestly did something to his cornflakes. I ain't gonna lie, champ. He did something very foul to that man's cereal. Because if you that offended that BendaDon defended himself, that's nasty work. Maybe he didn't think much of BendaDon. Maybe he felt like BendaDon was one of the good tokens. Apparently BendaDon was the good token until he wasn't. Apparently there's token limits, champ. Yeah, this arcade is very expensive. This so-called token Negro by the name of BendaDon, who most people think is the Shucky Jiver. Yeah, he was all night pretty much tap dancing and acting like a real jig, if I may say so. A jig, right? He was being a real jig, like Jigsaw from Saw, alright? And honestly, it was bad, but when he said that you can't say that word and he put respect on it, I had to respect it. I'm not gonna lie. I had to respect it because, listen, he was doing what he was doing, but at the same time, he didn't just let the white folks just say the N-word. Again, if you thought that it ended with Sean Strickland being mad at BendaDon for defending himself, calling BendaDon a very fragile or soft black guy or whatever, no, didn't stop there. Because Sean Strickland also called a black streamer the N-word during his match. Yeah, take a look.
Stand him up!
Let's go, Diddy.
Stand him up!
Diddy's a good guy.
I like that.
Yo!
Oh,
yo,
yeah,
son! Bro!
Yo, Strickland, this is the one time I see you, like, rooting for one black guy.
Yeah, I mean, I generally root for the lighter skin one. Lighter skin one. Lighter skin one. Lighter skin one.
Yo!
Oh my.
Yeah!
King of...
I mean, it's easy for you to say.
Oh, he called it!
No, I'm leaving. I'm sorry, America. I was invited. I like the, you know.
Yeah.
I'm starting to understand why the a lot of hate after being here.
What the?
Stay away from the kids, bro.
Stay away from the kids?
Yeah, he was talking about Epstein. I don't know.
So again, Sean Strickland, are you trying to be Chud the Builder? But because I think that Chud the Builder's impact and influence is the reason for all this in the first place. I mean, who was the only person that we knew of openly just saying the N-word just like this? All right, outside of Myron Gaines. I mean, this guy wasn't out on the street saying it. He was online. But Chud the Builder took it to the streets. Chud the Builder took it live and direct. As a matter of fact, Chud the Builder was supposed to be on this same brand risk card fighting Chibu, but he went to jail. And Adin Ross was going to cancel it because he was getting too much backlash for having Chud the Builder on the card, even though he's had previous racists on the card like Gypsy Crusader. But that's neither here nor there. The point I'm trying to make is Sean Strickland is out of pocket. And I never really knew Sean Strickland was out of pocket. Now, I did end up hearing about him being, racist or saying very racially targeted things in the past. But now it makes sense to me. Now it makes complete sense. His attitude, the way he carried himself, the way he was upset at a black person for defending himself, makes him look very suspect. Makes him look like a real deal Chud supporter, if you ask me. I'm just being real about the situation. Now, you can say whatever it is that you want. I'm saying that this guy is definitely someone who is probably looking forward to even seeing a Chud the Builder fight at the end of the day. That's just how I'm taking it, champ. Because nobody was really out here trying to mock or mimic Chud until Chud went to jail or Chud got really popular after him spraying the pregnant woman with mace or him in that whole situation at the gas station where he ended up getting spat on, which is where he really grew in popularity because it got a lot of virality, right? But now we got people like Sean Strickland who need to calm down, because just because you're doing MMA, champ, doesn't mean that the people are in fear of you, champ. And he might feel that way. He might feel that he strikes fear in the people and that they won't try him in such ways. But we have to remember that Chud the Builder suffered a nasty fate, and now he's in jail for him doing too much, champ. And to be honest, anyone following in Chud's footsteps is asking for trouble in the first place. Like, you really want to do this, champ? Like, this kind of went under the radar with the Sean Strickland racism, because you got so many people talking on these streams and etc. You really not paying it no mind. Plus you got the fight happening. But this definitely hit my ears, hit my antennas very crazy. So I had to talk about this because it only made sense. Like, we still got people trying to carry on this racist tradition of saying very racist things live on air, because if at the end of the day, yeah, this is a boxing match, but it is also a live stream too, right? Because the whole thing is being streamed, and it's being streamed for free. This is not a pay-per-view, and this guy is saying these things openly on purpose because he knew he would get away with it. I mean, Adin Ross tried to low-key intervene, but Adin Ross really don't care. He was gonna let him get his racism off anyway.
You got a real sensitive black man there, bro.
No, it's not. Ben's great.
He said he got real sensitive, bro, about the N-word.
He didn't actually say the N-word.
Oh, but he sounded real sensitive, bro. Like, what the bro?
But he didn't actually say it.
We already know the history of Adin Ross and him doing racist things too, don't we, champs? So yeah, he knew what he was doing, man. And your boy Sean Strickland was very comfortable in saying exactly what he said, because he knew nobody was gonna do nothing about it. And you already know how they playing, man. So yeah, Sean Strickland still left the arena disgusted for whatever reason. I think it's because of the black folks, but maybe I'm wrong, gang. But y'all tell me what's the truth. Gang, how do y'all feel about this in the comment section, gang? Do y'all think that Sean Strickland is trying to pull the Chud? Is he really a super duper racist? Listen, I need y'all to let me know how y'all feel in that comment section. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you didn't hit it, because it does help the channel in a huge way, as well as hitting that hype button, because the hype button helps the channel in a major way. So please hit those buttons if you will. And of course, if you're brand new, I need you to hit the subscribe right now. Turn on all notification bells so you get all of the mayor's updates. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the mayor, the one and only New York Mayor F. Mom Donnie, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.